studied about acquired immunity. What is acquired immunity? And this acquired immunity is controlled by primary and secondary response. And the primary and secondary response, that is because of army of protein, is called antibodies. We have studied the structure of antibody, types of antibody. Now in this session we can study what are the different types of acquired immune response. Types of acquired immune response. There are two different types of acquired immune response, that is humoral immune response, and the second one is cell mediated immune response. Let us see what is humoral immune response. Humoral immune response, it's that is because of B cells. Because of B cell. B cells means B lymphocyte, and it is present in blood. So, and B cells are responsible, B lymphocytes are responsible for this humoral immune response. And the second one you can see cell mediated immune response, or you can say CMI, cell mediated immune response. And the cell mediated immune response is T cells, T lymphocytes. T lymphocytes are responsible for this CMI or cell mediated immune response. Actually, what you can understand here, some people they go for organ transplantation, lungs, liver, kidney organ transplantation. What happens before organ transplantation? They used to check, the doctors used to check about the cell matching, tissue matching, blood matching, as well as immunity matching. Actually, what happens? Our body can differentiate self cells and non-self cells. Self cells and non-self cells. If the immunity is not matching, immune system, cells, blood and tissue, if it is not matching, then the organ will be, means our body will be rejected, means graft rejection, or you can understand it is graft rejection. Rejection will be there, acceptance and rejections. So if this matching is not there, mainly you can understand the immune system matching, that you can understand because of the CMI, that is cell mediated immune response. So cell mediated immune response is responsible for graft rejection, or you can understand organ transplantation. If it is not matching, then our body will be rejected this organ. So that only you can understand about this cell mediated immune response. It is responsible for the organ transplantation also. So these are the different types of acquired immune response, acquired immune response. Next we can study what are the different types of acquired immunity. Two different types of acquired immunity, that is active immunity, and the second one you can understand passive acquired immunity, means active acquired immunity and passive acquired immunity. In this active acquired immunity, there are two different types that you can understand: natural and artificial. Natural and artificial. It means you can understand here natural active acquired immunity and artificial active acquired immunity. As we know, we have studied in the first itself, this acquired immunity is worked by the principle of memory. It is worked by memory. So what happens here in the case of natural active acquired immunity? See, once our body got this chickenpox virus, when the disease is going on in our body, it makes the army of protein. Protein is called antibodies. That antibodies will be there in our body. It will be made in our body, and it will be there in the blood cell. And when the next chickenpox virus comes, immediately it can attack. It can protect. It can prevent. It can attack this chickenpox virus. So such kind of means a type, you can say natural active acquired immunity. And you can understand here active immunity, the antibodies are prepared in the body. It will be prepared. It takes some time. It will be slow, means the response or the reaction will be slow. It takes some time. It will be prepared. Antibodies are prepared in the body itself. So example for Natural active immunity, chickenpox virus make antibodies in our body. That you can say natural. And the second one is artificial. There are many vaccines are available in nowadays. Means chickenpox vaccine, smallpox vaccine, and typhoid, tuberculosis, and means recently we have seen one of the disease, means it affected the whole world. Means that you can say coronavirus. So for that also many of the vaccine is present. That you can say the example for artificial active acquired immunity. So this you can understand active. Once again I will tell you, active acquired immunity, antibodies are produced in the body itself and it takes some time, it is low response. And next you can see passive acquired immunity. So passive antibodies means that you can understand ready-made antibodies, means ready-made, that will you can say artificial. It will be injected into the body. What happens for the immediate any accidents, for immediate recovery, we cannot wait for the antibodies produced into the cell. We cannot wait. So such condition we have to use antibody, that you can say passive acquired immunity. In the case of passive acquired immunity also there are two different types, that is natural and artificial. Natural and artificial. So in the case of natural passive immunity, you can understand, means through placenta the embryo gets different antibodies from the mother through placenta. That you can say it is an example for natural passive acquired immunity through placenta. Not only that, through placenta means by colostrum IgA. Example you can understand IgA and placenta and the antibody name you can say IgA. So IgA also example for natural, means colostrum, example for natural passive acquired immunity. And the second one you can understand artificial. See what happened when an accident occurs, the body cannot wait when the antibody will be prepared in the body. So immediately we have to provide. So that you can understand the example anti-tetanus. So one of the example you can understand here anti-tetanus, and another one you can understand anti-venom. When the snake bites, we cannot wait when the antibodies are produced. Immediately we have to provide. Otherwise the body, means the patient, the person will die. So immediately we have to provide the ready-made antibody. That only you can say example you can understand anti-venom and anti-tetanus. So these are the example for artificial passive acquired immunity. So these are the different types of acquired immunity, active acquired immunity and passive acquired immunity. These are all different examples you have to understand. Next we can go for the next topic, that is immunization and vaccination. Now itself we have studied there are many vaccines are available. So these vaccines and immunization, immunity, these two are work by the principle of memory. Don't forget it is memory. And next you can understand, see what happens when once our body exposed means chickenpox virus, means attack the disease chickenpox it's attacked. The next time, the second time what happens, means the same virus comes, immediately the body can recognize, means memory, we have studied the principle memory, it can recognize and immediately B and T cells will be active. It will produce these antibodies. Immediately these antibodies can attack, means it can kill, it can prevent such kind of virus or bacteria. That you can understand the principle of vaccination and immunization. Both works by the principle of memory, and B cell, T cell will be produced, it will produce antibody, it can attack this virus or bacteria. That only you can understand about the principle of this vaccination and immunization. Here also you can understand the immunization also, the two different types, active immunization and passive immunization. So in the case of active immunization, immunization means antibodies are produced, it will be made in our body. We have seen there are many examples here about the vaccine and what we have seen. So that you can say the active immunization. And the passive you can understand, we have seen here anti-venom, anti-tetanus, ready-made. Immediately we have to give ready-made antibodies, that you can say example for passive immunization. So these are the different types of immunization. But nowadays you can see, because of our biotechnology, one of the branch of biotechnology make different types of antibodies and vaccine. It is very useful to save many lives in day-to-day life. So this is the advantage you can understand. So this is about the vaccination and immunization. Again we can continue in the next part. Please listen the next videos also, and please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you, students.